Is the euro at risk? This is just one question I want to ask the former ECB President Jean-Claude Trichet. Mr. Trichet, is the euro at risk? What would you say?
No, I would say very, very clearly no. And this is clear because it's been demonstrated by all the investors and savers of Europe and of the world during the worst crisis that we are experiencing since World War II. So since 2007, 2008, you could see the euro as a currency being credible, being chosen in comparison with the other major currencies by investors and savers. So the problem is not the euro as a currency. It's a credible currency which keeps its value. The problem is governance of the euro area. And that is, of course, of a different nature. And that's the reason why a large number of decisions have been taken to improve governance of the euro area during the last years, and a lot of hard work remains to be done to implement what has been decided and finish the work which has started, in particular as regards banking union.
Have a look at ECB decisions of the last time. Interest rates are at a low. What do you think about this? Would you have done the same?
First of all, it is not the president who decides. Of course, you have the Council of Governors. I think that they have taken into account all the information that are available, and I'm sure that they did that with the continuity of the institution. The institution is credible, the institution was credible and is credible, and there is a great level of continuity in this institution.
Should they have waited a little longer?
Again, they took the right decision. They have all the information available.
Let's talk about France, because people worry at the moment a little bit about France because we have weak growth rates, high unemployment rates, and the right-wing party getting stronger. What do you think about this situation?
I think that France has two issues that are also issues for a large number of countries, and even not only in Europe but also in the advanced economy. One is structural reforms, to have markets that are more flexible, and this is very important in markets of goods, services, and also the labor market. There is another issue which is also very important, which is the level of public spendings as a proportion of GDP. Denmark and France are at a high level, and it would be good to diminish this proportion of public spendings as a proportion of GDP. And there is a last problem, which is the competitiveness of the economy, in particular the cost competitiveness of the economy, the unit labor cost. In the three domains, measures are taken, and they have to be implemented, in my opinion, as rapidly as possible.
Last question. How much influence should politics have on the decisions of the central banks? What do you think?
Politics should have no influence. As you know, the treaty says that there should not be no influence of the political sphere on the decision of the central bank. It is, again, not only in the law, but in the treaty in Europe, in the case of Europe. Most central banks in the world are independent and should be independent. And it is extremely important because independence is part of the overall credibility of the central bank. And the credibility of the central bank is absolutely essential in the present period. Central banks are anchors of credibility in Europe, of course, but also in the rest of the world. By the way, the people are also asking the central bank to be fully independent. It is what I have always observed in making surveys in all countries in the euro area.
Mr. Trichet, thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.